Are you tired of telling your AI to follow the exact same rules every single time you start a new prompt? We have all been there. You spend 10 minutes copying and pasting the same stylistic criteria and character descriptions just because the AI completely forgets who your character is after 2 sentences. It is exhausting. Today, I want to show you a platform that is changing that. It might not have the massive, complex scale of a local setup, but it gives you a glimpse of what high-level agentic workflows like Hermes or OpenClaw can actually do for creatives. It adopts a very smart skills system, making it feel kind of like a Claude Code Mini, but built specifically for creative work like video. This is Flova, and it literally acts as your entire creative team. I actually got sponsored for this video while I was working on the promotion for my own app, so I can show you a real use case that I plan to use for promoting my gamified task app, LifeQuest, in the future. But I do not want to spend too much time pitching my app today. I want to focus on how you can benefit from this skill system. Let us be completely honest. If you are already a pro who knows exactly how to use a Hermes agent or OpenClaw, and you are able to let it generate everything from the outline to the final video and edit it yourself, this platform might not be for you. However, you could still learn from it to improve your own AI agents since they give you free credits to try it out. But for beginners to intermediates, it is absolutely worth a shot if you have never used AI with skills before. The greatest benefit is that these skills can be used anywhere, not just on this app. You can even copy their default skills, edit them, and use them on any platform you want to lock in your creative style. Let us talk more about how skills actually work. A skill acts as the brain for your session. You can create a skill by using the template they provide, or you can add a category from the library that matches your work criteria perfectly. Alternatively, you can ask the Flova.ai to generate a skill card for you. Now, I have compared adding skill prompts manually by using my Gemini AI outside the app versus using the custom AI inside Flova for you to see. It seems like the details Flova made are much more detailed and highly specific to their infrastructure. Since optimizing your AI skills using their internal tool is free and does not cost any credits, you might want to try it first. Keep in mind that on the free plan, it costs 5 credits per conversation. To save your budget, you should plan to ask everything you need within a single, continuous conversation. For paid users, the conversation is free. So if you are starting on the free account, treat every chat session as a massive brainstorming phase where you get everything done at once. Just add the image reference you need to mention in the skill for the AI to analyze, create a skill for you, and wait until it responds. If you are not okay with the initial result, do not settle. Just reiterate and give it feedback until the prompt is good enough. Now, here's the critical part you need to understand. You can add many skills to your library, but you can activate only one skill at any given time. The platform is smart enough to choose the right skill automatically if you do not specify one, but that only works if your skill card is perfectly defined. So, make sure to complete every detail you want inside your skill card so the auto selection works perfectly every time. Once your skill card is generated, you hit save. But here is the most important step that people always miss. After you save the skill, do not forget to actually activate it. You have to manually head into your active project panel, click on the skills configuration button, and toggle it to active. If you forget this step, the platform will just default to its standard behavior, completely ignoring your custom rules. Once activated, you completely stop focusing on the what. You do not have to repeat, use photorealistic lighting, or keep the hair accessory exactly on the viewer's right side. The skill handles that background engine for you. Now you will only focus on the new things, like how you want the action to be, instead of telling the AI to pay attention to the art style or important character details over and over. Here is my personal workflow on how to use the skill and the app in my style. On step 1. Write your specific details in the skill card. In my case, I have written about the character style. It has to look photorealistic for the main actress, Vivi, but the cat companion must be a 3D figurine style, and the AI must make sure to make the character look exactly the same as the reference image. I make sure to explicitly lock down details like the teal glowing trim on the skirt and the exact placement of the asymmetrical hair clip on the viewer's right. Step 2. Prepare the outline of the video you want. Write it in as high detail as you can. You need to specify characters, environment, positions, camera angles, and camera movement. Next, you can ask the AI that you think is the best one you can find to polish the script. You should not write it too long and not too short. Then, after the final outline is complete, If you already have a reference image, video, voice, or music, you give them to the Flova agent in the chat. Alternatively, you can click the Projects button on the main page to head to the Projects page, click Create New, and you will be directed straight to the Storyboard interface. Now recheck your outline again, make sure everything is correct, attach all images that you want to use as references in the chat, and then hit Enter. When it is done, look on the left and you will see the Key Element section. It will create a new element for your reference character, or elements like items or objects that you want to use as references across all the video. You could also ask it to use your image as a reference without needing to generate a new one in case you already generated it before. This will save cost because the most expensive thing is the video prompt. Keep in mind that because I explicitly stated in my skill card that I do not want to generate a new reference image, the image might not actually show up in the key element section right away. Because of that, I have to manually tell the AI in the chat to add all of my images as the core reference elements. For images, there are many free image generation tools you can use, whether it is ComfyUI with a local model or ChatGPT that gives you a free quota per day. However, the ChatGPT image that the platform generates, which costs credits, is the high-resolution one. So it will be very useful if you want to create a grid storyboard like what I am about to show you. The biggest advantage of the 3x3 grid is generating just one high-resolution image instead of 9 separate ones. Manually prompting and stitching 9 individual shots is an absolute nightmare that will bleed your credits dry. By packing a clean block of action into a single file, any overflow smoothly shifts into a new video or a tailored 3x1 panoramic row for the climax. But beyond saving money and time, using one unified grid guarantees much better consistency and temporal coherence across your scenes compared to using single panel references. Once you have your perfect grid storyboard, whether it was generated directly or extracted and mixed from multiple different grids, you will tell the Flova.ai to use this grid for the final video generation. But here is a crucial tip. You must tell the AI to use your key elements together with this grid storyboard. Because the individual grid panels are quite small, they do not give the AI enough detail to render all the characters perfectly. Before you finally generate the video, remember that if you have your skill activated, the platform will choose it automatically. But just to be absolutely sure it follows your exact rules, you can manually click the skill button in the chat and add it yourself. Then, you send the prompt and wait a while. When it is done, check if you like the result. If you do not, you will reiterate by creating a new storyboard or adjusting the key elements, and repeat the process until you get exactly what you want. Now, I will show you the 3 videos I made with Flova in a single shot with absolutely no cherry picking compared to my original video that took 15 to 20 separate generations to edit together until I got it right. As you can see, both results turned out well, which proves that the skill prompt logic was genuinely good. Especially for that cat shield scene, it originally took me an entire week just to get some parts of the video correct when working manually. Overall, I still like my own handcrafted video more because it is pieced together from 10 to 15 different videos. But comparing that to Flova, which created a highly usable result in just one single shot, it really makes me wonder. If I generate more and take the time to improve my custom skill card over the next few weeks, I might be able to lock in a skill that massively increases the success rate for video generation. It could permanently reduce trial and error work and completely eliminate repetitive copy-paste global prompts and style criteria. I cannot definitively judge if it is good value for the money yet, but the result of the video after only 3 generations was better than I expected by quite a lot. Since it was a 9-grid storyboard, it is normally very easy to get major errors in the scene based on my past experience with tools like Dramina. To be completely honest, the direct cost of generation on Flova is more expensive than Dramina, since ByteDance is the direct owner of the Seedance model. But if you have more experience and use the right skill card, it will save a massive amount of time. If you are a beginner to intermediate and have a budget and a time constraint, you could start and finish your project in less time than using Dramina directly. This is because Dramina's agent mode still does not support Seedance 2.0, and they completely lack the skill feature. Over there, every new prompt requires you to manually copy and paste the global prompt yourself, with absolutely no AI recheck for errors. With Flova, you can ask the AI to polish the prompt or adjust it until you are completely satisfied before generating. The massive difference is that the more time you spend with Flova, the better your custom skill becomes at suiting your exact style, and your error rate will lower in the long run. Then you can copy this skill and use it anywhere you want. It becomes your own intellectual asset. Even though it is just text, it sure will save massive time and money for you when it is well written. Check the link in my description to register and get 200 credits immediately, plus another 200 credits every single week you log in. If you want to learn how to apply AI in your life for your personal entertainment, productivity, or work in an anime aesthetic, and even learn mindfulness for the AI era, subscribe to my channel so you won't miss any future content. I am currently working on more serious content because AI has reached a massive breakthrough in these past few months after we got open source tools like OpenClaw, Hermes Agent, and Claude Code. There are hundreds of topics I would like to share with you from my 3 years as an AI content creator and developer who uses mindfulness as a core of my life. If you like anime, you probably don't want to miss how to create your own waifu or husbando without needing to understand coding at all. At the very least, you could learn to build your own assistant with a tsundere personality just like mine. Stay tuned, and I will see you next time.